Hello, in this video I'm going to look at MoveIt Multiplayer Locomotion System v2.0, and this is one of the assets that I got free in the Unreal Engine monthly asset giveaway. To install MoveIt Multiplayer Locomotion, you need to install it to the engine. I installed mine on 4.27.2. You can see it's already installed. The only reason I didn't use Unreal Engine 5 version is because it only supports up to Unreal Engine 5.3. I didn't have that engine installed. I didn't want to have to download a new Unreal Engine version. But everything I'm showing you should work the same as long as you're using a supported version. Even if you're using it on Unreal Engine 5, as long as it's supported, it should work the same. I'm going to create a third-person project, and it's okay to create a blueprint project if you want, even though the plugin uses C++. I'm going to name mine MoveIt Test, and then create the project. Okay, this part I got from the documentation. You go to Program Files, Epic Games, the version that you installed it to, Engine, Plugins, Marketplace, and then copy the plugin. And then go to the project that you created for this and create a new folder called plugins, and then paste this into the plugins folder that you created. Go to Edit, Plugins, search for MoveIt, and enable the MoveIt plugin, and then restart. Okay, once you have all that done, you want to start up the project. Now you need to set up the project like this. You'll see this here, and then on the view options you want to check show plugin content. Then this will show the plugin content. So if you open this up and go to the example directory and double click on the MoveIt example map, and I'm going to say no to this, and then this is the example map that I'm going to be running the demo from. I'm going to go over the basic commands that you see on the bottom right corner. The first one is H. When I press the H, nothing happens. I assume the H was supposed to toggle that menu that's in the bottom right corner, but it doesn't seem to do anything. The next one is 1, third-person shooter. The next one is 2, over-shoulder shooter. Next one is 3, melee game mode. Now this has a sword in the player's hand, but there doesn't seem to be any implementation to swing the sword, so you would have to add that on your own. The next one is 4, and that is adventure game mode. In adventure game mode, the player can turn around like that. And I'll go back to third-person shooter mode. Now if you move the mouse wheel, it'll bring up a weapon. That's the pistol. There doesn't seem to be any implementation to fire the pistol. The next one, if you move the wheel, it brings up the rifle. there's no implementation to shoot the rifle. It does show a little dot where I guess you'll be shooting towards. Now, I looked in the character blueprint, and I found a command for reload, which is R. So that shows reloading. And this is the pistol reloading. Okay, the next one is Q for ragdoll. Okay, that's ragdoll. Next one is Y for toggle look targets. So when I press this, you can see the weapon position changes slightly. Now the next one is change look target T. When I press that, I can't see anything happening. So I don't know what toggle look target Y or change look target T is supposed to be for. I've never used those in my games. If anybody knows what those are for, let me know in the comments. Okay, so those are all the basic commands that are shown on the right bottom corner. I'm going to show the action mappings for this character. If you go to Project Settings and Input, these are the action mappings for the character. And if you go to the wiki documentation, you can download a file and put this in your config file, and it will set these action mappings up for you, or you can enter these manually, either way. Okay, I'll press play. Okay, the first one is jump with the space bar. So that's jump. The next one is sprint, and that's with the left shift. So left shift, that's sprint. The next one is crouch, and that's left control. So that's crouch, left control. The next one is slide. So that's when you combine the sprint and the crouch. So sprint and then crouch, and that's slide. Okay, the next one is aim, and that's right mouse. So that's right mouse. And the next one, you have to go to adventure mode, and that's pressing 4. So that's adventure mode. And then if you hit the up arrow, it's zoom in, and the down arrow is zoom out. And I'll go back to third-person shooter mode and press the 1. So those are the action mappings for this character. I want to go over the special features of this character that I found. I'll press play. Okay, so when you walk or move, the footsteps make a sound and kick up dust. Now when you walk under a low object, it automatically crouches. That was automatic. I'll press the crouch button. When you press the crouch button, it crouches like normal, but that partial crouch was automatic. So those are the special features I found of this character so far. There might be others that I don't know about, but these are the ones I found. I wanted to show how the weapons are being implemented, so I'm going to open up the BP MoveIt example character and go to the viewport. So you can see all the weapons are connected at the same time, and then all the weapons are hidden except the weapon that you're using. So when I used the animation starter pack, the way I implemented the weapons was that I add the weapons programmatically, and then I allow you to drop the weapons, and then if you pick the weapon back up, it would have the same amount of ammo in there as when you dropped it. So if you wanted to allow the character to drop the weapons, this probably isn't the best way to do it. But if you wanted to, you could probably modify this character so that it would drop the weapons also. So anyway, I just thought this was interesting, the way that the weapons were implemented on this character. This also has a character for a quadruped, but I'd call it a dog. If you open this up, it says usage not yet recommended, so I don't know if this is fully working yet or not. I haven't been able to get it to completely work. I put the quadruped in the game mode here for default pawn class, and it comes up, but the animations don't work when you're walking. It jumps, but press Q, the ragdoll works. So I'm not sure why the animations aren't working. I might be doing something wrong. If you go to animations, it looks like it has, the full set of animations where it should be able to do things like walk, because here's an animation with it walking. So anyway, I haven't been able to get that to work yet, but it does have a quadruped character if you can get it to work. There's a turret in this map, and I'll show you how that works. I'll press play. Okay, so there's a turret. So when you get near it, it'll detect you and start shooting like it is now. And when you move, it'll follow you. And when you get far away from it, then it stops shooting. Okay, there it stopped shooting. It's not fully implemented as far as I can tell, so things like damage and things like that you'd have to implement on your own. This is just my first look at MoveIt multiplayer locomotion system. For most of my games I've been using the animation starter pack and making my own locomotion system. But I was thinking it might be nice to have like a more advanced locomotion system, so I wanted to see what else is out there. And I like some of the features of this locomotion system. but I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try using this for one of my games or not.